Okay. Hey everyone. We are very excited that you're here for our first meeting. Um, we are thrilled to present to you the informational for developer student clubs at Texas A&M University, and excited to see one of our very first members for the club. Today we'll be introducing the club, talking a little bit about what DSC is, what plans we have for the semester, and also just in general, you'll get to meet the officer team. Um, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, awesome. So I hope everyone is as excited as the minions are on this slide, because that's how excited we are to see all of you. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about what developer student clubs are in general and what our mission is. So the mission for DSC is to help students bridge the gap between theory and practice. What this essentially means is that we want to provide the resources and we want to be able to enhance your skills so that you can take what you learn in the classroom and use that to build something that will actually help the people around you and the local community that you live in. So developer student clubs, this is, as you can read on the slide, they are university-based community groups for students interested in Google developer technologies. So DSC is a global program where Google opens different chapters at different universities, and Texas A&M is one of them. And what we're trying to do is that bring the different technologies that Google is working on, bring them to the students at A&M through different workshops and other different events so that you can learn about them and utilize them in your own projects and just build something creative and something cool. So I guess that's working. As you can see on the slide, like DSC is spread all across the globe. Currently, there are 1,200 plus chapters around the world, and just like them, we are working towards enhancing our skills and helping the community. So at Texas A&M, we will be focusing on the local Bryan College Station community and working towards helping them. So you've heard a lot about like the global DSC community, and now you might be wondering that what are we doing differently, right? How are we different? So at Texas A&M, we are exclusively a developer community for Aggies. So what this means is that our focus is to help A&M students pick up on some exciting technical skills and work on some projects. So for this semester, we have some amazing events planned for you. We will be bringing to you some hands-on workshops, which will be based on different technologies. These will be provided by our officers and also sometimes in collaboration with other DSCs across the world, so that you can learn about the latest things that are being developed at Google. In our speaker series, we will be bringing in speakers and other people from the industry so that not just the industry, but like also the A&M community, so that you can get to know what happens in the real world, like how do you actually apply these skills and get the knowledge of like how to, like what your career will look like once you graduate. So through our study jams, so this is our cloud study jam, which is one of our biggest events. This is a 3 to 4 hour long event where you learn about different Google Cloud technologies and you work on some hands-on labs. And towards the end of the event, there's a challenge where you can compete for prizes and showcase all the knowledge that you inculcated. Lastly, we have community building events. So DSC has existed at A&M in the past, but this year what we're trying to do differently is to try to foster the sense of a community so that all of us can learn together, work together, and we want to see everyone grow. So that is essentially what we're trying to achieve. So in order to achieve these milestones, we have set some goals for ourselves for this year. We want to learn about different Google technologies together. So that's not just us, the officers, but like all of us, all the members, all of the DSC members together. We will be looking into different technologies and learning about them. we will be stepping into the open source realm with projects. So one of our main focus is to make all of our projects open source. What that means is that we want other people to be able to go back and contribute to the things that we work on and easily be able to use whatever we are making. So that is one of our goals. And lastly, we just want to create some meaningful projects for the local Bryan College Station community. So in essence, if there's a startup and they need some kind of registration portal developed for them, maybe we can have some members who are interested in that, provide them with that tool. So essentially, we will be reaching out to NGOs and businesses in our community and getting a hang of like what are the needs of the people around us, and we'll try to cater our projects towards those needs. So okay, so that's enough about DSC, but you might be wondering that who is she? Who are these people, right? So I want to go ahead and introduce the officer team to you all, but before we do that, I first want to introduce one very special person, our faculty advisor. So Dr. Tanzir Ahmed. Dr. Ahmed, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
I don't think he could join us. I think he has some meetings clashing with this one. So,
Sure.
If you all are juniors, he would be teaching you CSE 313. Last year, he was awarded the best professor in the CS department. So we are excited to have him on board. Yeah, really excited. He's a really cool guy and knows a bunch of stuff. So hopefully we all can learn a few things from him this year.
Yes. Okay, so that's Dr. Tanzir. Moving forward, I want to introduce the officer team to all of you. First up, there's me. Okay, so I'm going to be the president for DSC this year. I'm a sophomore computer science major. And my fun fact is that I've been to 16 different countries, even though I hate to travel. Okay, so up next is Shrey.
Hey guys, Shrey here. If you attended any of the DSC events last year, I'll probably have seen you there. This year I'm acting as the vice president and the head of the think tank, which we'll talk about later, for the Developer Student Club. I'm computer engineering, class of 2021, a woo, and I'm also a magician. So unfortunately, this year my show didn't go due to COVID, but hopefully next year I can perform on stage back in Red Theater.
Okay, awesome. Aditi.
Hi guys, my name is Aditi. I'm the projects director this year for DSC, and I'm a computer science major, junior. And this year I discovered during quarantine that I don't have a lot of indoor hobbies, so I decided to buy a guitar and learned how to play.
Okay, great. Up next, Varnesha.
Sorry, I realized I was muted. But hi, I'm Bernice. I'm going to be the head of marketing. I'm a senior technology management major, and my fun fact is that I play the piano and the organ, which is basically just the piano for people who like really harsh sounds.
Okay, up next we have Pawan.
Hey guys, I'm Pawan. I'm the public relations officer for DSC this year. I'm a computer science major and I'm class of 2023, so I'm currently a sophomore. And a fun fact about me is that I recently went indoor skydiving this summer, so that was pretty fun. So yeah.
Okay, great. Muala.
Hey y'all, I'm the content crafter for the team. I'm a computer science major. I'm in my sophomore year and I love going to amusement parks. So if y'all are going post-COVID, like hit me up.
Okay, great. Is Julie here on call with us?
Yes, hi. My name is Julie. I'm a junior, so class of 22, and I'm the events moderator, computer science major. A fun fact about me is I played the bagpipes in high school.
Okay, awesome. Henry.
Howdy everyone, my name is Henry. I'm the webmaster of the team. My major is computer science. I'm class of 2023. And fun fact is I am a freelance photographer. So anyone want pictures, just hit me up.
Okay, great. So that's the officer team for all of you. Next up, we have our guest speaker, Daniel, who is the community manager for DSCs in North America. Daniel, feel free to take away.
I think he is muted.
Danny, if you're muted, please.
Danny, I think you're muted.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. So sorry about that. Apparently, dialing in requires me to unmute via the dial pad, so my apologies. Let me start this over. Well, howdy, y'all. My name is Daniel Fiorello. I am the DSC Community Manager here in the United States, as well as supporting Canada. My primary responsibility is to ensure y'all have all of the resources necessary to tackle the above challenges / goals that were outlined in this info session. I do want to take a moment and just give a special shout out to each and every one of the core officers as well as the DSC lead on this call. They are going to be doing some fantastic events and pulling together ideas to connect y'all with amazing resources to help y'all learn, network, and give back to y'all's community. Since we did share some fun facts about ourselves, I will give a couple about myself. So I actually went to Texas Tech University. So sorry, y'all. I am I guess a competitor of yours, if you will. But my sister-in-law went to Texas A&M, and my brother went to UT. So we have the majority of the bases covered here in Texas schools. I also am left-handed, and a fun fact about me is I am ambidextrous in both writing as well as sports. So that means I can throw left-handed and right-handed. On screen, y'all should see some social medias for me. I would love for y'all to take the time to connect with me via LinkedIn and Twitter. If you're going to connect with me on LinkedIn, I just ask that you send me a quick note mentioning that I gave you the opportunity to connect with me via the Texas A&M info session for DSC. I promise when you send me that message and connect with me, I will accept you. If you don't send me that message, though, I will not accept, because that is a fantastic mentorship tip for y'all. It makes a huge difference with getting your LinkedIn requests accepted. So take a moment when you're sending these requests. Always have some sort of note to the person you're trying to connect with. Admittedly, my Twitter is not as widespread as it should be, but I'm just getting it kicked off for work here. So give me a follow on Twitter. I'm going to be releasing some fantastic events that our other DSC community members are going to be hosting. So if you're interested to follow along with other chapters, definitely give me a follow. I will also be pushing out some really cool opportunities throughout the year for you to get additional resources. So you'll just have to stay tuned to find out more. Now, what I would love to do here is to talk a little bit about the solution challenge, right? So if we could move to the next slide. Sorry, I don't have it available to me.
Yes.
I would love to. Excellent. So in this info session, right, we've heard about a couple of different types of events: hands-on workshops, speaker sessions, study jams, as well as community networking and building events. But what you've heard is there is a big focus on project building, and that is what Solution Challenge is intended to do. Give you the opportunity to identify a problem in your local community and build out a real-world solution utilizing one or more of Google's technologies or services. But wait, there's more. When it comes to the Solution Challenge, a lot of these technologies, as you can see below, right, there's Android, TensorFlow, Flutter, all sorts of things here. Traditionally, these these tools, these functions are hidden behind a paywall, which requires students to pull out their wallet and connect their credit card. By participating in the Solution Challenge, not only do you get the opportunity to receive free access to these paid services, but we'll also connect you with mentors to help you learn even more fantastic skills as you build out these Solution Challenge projects. So think of the Solution Challenge as an overarching way to bridge the gap between your individual events and the projects that you will ultimately be building, helping you uncover new technologies, helping you network with new and interesting people around campus, all while helping you facilitate theory to practical application in a real world project. What's even better beyond that is there's really cool prizes and ways for you to showcase your awesomeness along the way with Google. So whether you're selected as the top 10 winners and get featured in our Solution Challenge Demo Day, or whether we actually just send you a prize for participating and being such an awesome submission, there are ways for you to not only get some soft skills, get some physical swag, but also for you to add a fantastic resume bullet to your resume and LinkedIn, right? Ultimately, if your project is adopted by a local business, nonprofit, or another student organization, that is an ultimate way to showcase your awesomeness for future internships and jobs. So with that, I will kind of just summarize by saying the Solution Challenge is an opportunity for you to address a problem in your local community using one or more Google technology or service, work with a team of up to 4, and aim to solve that problem building a real world application. There's no caps to the number of projects y'all can submit. The only thing we do limit is the size of the teams, because we have found that really beyond 4 students, it's not helping y'all get practical application for these new theories that you have learned earlier in the workshop and study jam schedule. And that's Solution Challenge in a nutshell. Thanks so much, y'all.
Awesome. I want to point out that all of our events will be geared towards empowering you with the skills required to work on these projects. And we will be making sure that you have all the resources required so that you can work on a submission for the Solution Challenge. And we will be having some workshops focused towards that. So make sure to stay connected for our future events. At this point, I also want to point out that Dr. Tanzir Ahmed, our faculty advisor, is here on call with us now. So I am going to go back some slides so that we can hear from Dr. Ahmed. Okay, awesome. Dr. Ahmed, feel free to introduce yourself. I think you're muted.
I'm Tanzir. Nice meeting you all. And I am teaching. I did my PhD in computer science from this school, and then I started as a faculty here. So, and I'm very honored to be given this position, and I'll try to help. I know some of the officers from before. For instance, Shrey was an excellent student, so I know it is made up of some excellent stuff. So from speaking with Shrey and Dakshika, I know that this group is meant for success. So any help I can provide, I'll be there. It could be about this club, or it could be something outside the club as well. You are always welcome to talk to me for things like even recommendation letter, of course, depending on how well you do in this committee. No, or how well you are doing as a student. So depending on those, I'm here to help you all the way.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Ahmed. We're really looking forward to learning with you.
So, and by the way, I also want to point out that I have, like, I just came from one class and there's another class coming pretty soon. So I may sign off without saying bye properly. So, yeah, I mean, I apologize for my rudeness in that case. Don't take it as a rudeness, please. Thank you.
That's
And
fine.
I'll be seeing you guys.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Dr. Ahmed. Gonna go back. So now that we've heard about the solution challenge and a little bit about like what kind of projects we'll be working on, I am going to go ahead and give the floor to Shrey so that he can talk about an exciting component that we're introducing to DSC, the think tank.
Hey guys, Shrey here again. So the think tank, as the name sounds, it's literally a group of really brilliant, really involved people meeting together and helping all of our projects move towards in a targeted direction. Many times, Dakshika, can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So many times what happens is like you're working on a project and you don't know where you're going, or you're completely lost. And in the past, we have seen that a lot of projects drop out. So with the think tank, what we're trying to do is give you good expert advice on what to do and how to proceed in the next steps. Like we'll have members of the community where like they're very experienced in cloud, they're very experienced in, let's say, app development, they're experienced with the backend stuff, they're experienced with business and marketing. So what you will learn from that is basically allow you to like remove your roadblocks and move forward with the project and hopefully win the DSC solution challenge, because that's the goal, right? So yeah, just a few things about the think tank, which I mostly went over, but like just working closely with projects, being one of a kind, like expert team that goes in and completes the task, probably give you some workshops about some topics that they think is important throughout all of the projects. And yeah, being with the think tank, it's just an opportunity for not only the people in the workshops, in the projects to learn, but also the people in think tank to learn, because they'll be surrounded by more brilliant minds from A&M. Yeah, can we also go to the next slide?
Sure.
Yeah, so the applications for the think tank are open. They are, as you see, tx.ag/DSC think tank. You can scan the QR code. We can keep it on the screen for about a minute more. Scan it. There's 3 different categories: technology, marketing, and business. All 3 of them, if you want to apply to each one of them, there'll be a different application for each one. So make sure that if you have more than one field you want to apply in, you apply multiple times. And we look forward to seeing your applications, because really it's a good opportunity for you to learn and help others succeed. Yeah, can we go to the next slide?
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, the great thing about this club is that we believe that for learning coding or moving forward in helping people, you don't need anything except a computer and a good brain. So that's all you need. You need a good drive to do stuff. So there's literally anyone can join. The only thing is they should have a computer so that they can move forward. If they don't, we have labs in Texas A&M University, which I would digress from using at least until this COVID situation is managed. And yeah, we have no membership dues. You come, you go, and you learn and you enjoy.
Awesome. Okay, great. So the next step is that how do you join and how do you stay connected? Like, I don't know if everyone on call with us here today is actually on our Slack or our mailing list. So I want to go ahead and make these points very clear. So we have made a Slack workspace, and we will be heavily motivating you, encouraging you to go ahead and join our Slack, because that will be the place where we will be posting about all of our upcoming events and announcements. And other than that, it's just a great place to get advice and like network with your peers and network with upperclassmen and get to know more about the DSE community. Another thing that I want to mention is that through our mailing list, we will also be sending out announcements about all of our upcoming events. But something that's different with the Slack is that we will be posting about about the events that other DSCs are doing. So like, it's not just the events that A&M's DSC is doing, but there are also other events that you can participate in. And maybe there's a Flutter workshop going on at UC Berkeley that you really want to attend. So if you join the Slack, you'll be able to know that when that is happening and how you can attend it. So definitely go ahead and join our Slack and our mailing list, because that will be our sole means of communication with you. Also, please feel free to show some love on social media. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, a great place for you to stay updated about all of the upcoming events. Even if you don't check your Slack that often, maybe you spend your entire day on Instagram, and maybe when you're scrolling, you can see our post and be like, oh, hey, DSC is doing another event. So, the social media will be updated very frequently, and we encourage you to go and follow us over there so that you can stay updated about our events. So there is that. And I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. So with that, I am going to open the floor to questions.
I think we have one which says, will a recording be sent to an email if we RSVP? Yes, we'll upload this probably on YouTube. So we'll send you a link for that once the event is over.
Yes, the link for the YouTube link will be shared in the Slack. And we'll also make sure to send it out via email so that you have access.
Yeah. I would also like to clarify one thing, which I think we kind of missed, is most of our meetings will be held on Wednesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. Unless we have, let's say, a crossover by someone coming in from Google or someone coming in from another university where we are collaborating with them, and we'll try and manage their time zones to the best effect. But otherwise, most of our events should be Wednesdays, 5 to 6 p.m. And study jams are kind of a different deal, and we'll deal with them once we like start hosting them, and you'll be fully informed about those. So just to reiterate what Dakshika said, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, because that's where most of our posts will be going. And Slack is just a one-place communication place where like you can communicate with the officers, you can communicate with different channels. There's a questions channel, there's a DSC global channel, and you can just understand a lot of things what we are doing at the DSC over there as well.
Yes. There's a question in the chat. I understand that this itself is the information. Are there any further actions that used to become a member? So there are no membership dues, and there is no membership criteria either. We are open to undergrad, grad, and PhD students, and we accept everyone as members, all students who go to Texas A&M at College Station. In order to become a member, there are no dues, but we will ask that you join our Slack and you join our mailing list, because that is how we'll be communicating with you and making sure that you're updated about our events. So I hope that answers your question. Next, how do we join DSC? Is there an application, or do we just go to the meetings? So we are trying to be very open and flexible. We don't have any criteria. Like I said, you don't have to meet any requirements. You don't have to attend a certain number of meetings to be called a member of DSC, but it's for your own benefit. Like, as many meetings as you attend, that's how much you're going to learn. And we are trying to make this a wholesome club. So we're trying to incorporate different types of events and different types of activities, which will help you overall. So it's not going to be all tech. We're trying to work on other career related events, social events, community building events, except with the focus being on technology. So yeah, there's that. There is no application, but yeah, go ahead and join our Slack, join our mailing list. And thank you, Shrey, for putting the link in the chat. This is a link to, so this is a link tree where you can access all of our different social media, mailing list, Slack, all the links should be on there. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Other questions?
One thing that I wanted to mention was, a lot of people are wondering what being a member of the DSC means. It just means staying active in the community. So if you're active on the Slack, interacting with other people, just getting to know each other, learning from each other, then we have succeeded in our goal of helping you learn and apply those skills in real lives. We'll be shortly opening applications for projects as well. So like, as we said, like for the DSC solution challenge, you need a team of up to 4 people working on an idea that helps Bryan College Station or Texas A&M community in general, or literally if you find an idea that can help the world, please go ahead and apply. Once we will post the applications in Slack, via email, and everywhere on our social media links. So that is one way to stay connected with us, even on another further level. Otherwise, we will have weekly meetings, and for being a member, just stay involved.
Yes, and I also want to add that you're going to get as much out of this as you put into this community. So, like, we will be bringing different resources to you in terms of workshops and speakers. But if you attend our events, you're going to be the one who benefits. So, yeah, definitely think about that and make sure that you attend as many events as possible.
Any more questions? We'd love to hear from you.
Okay. If there are no more questions at the moment, feel free to post them in the Slack. We have, okay, what will the meetings be like? So, right, so I mentioned this earlier. We are focusing on having 4 different types of events. One will be hands-on workshops where we dedicate the entire 1-hour slot of our meeting towards one technology, and we talk about it in depth and have some hands-on labs or workshops, or maybe build like a mini project where you can learn how to actually use it. The second type of events will be speaker series. So we will be bringing in people who work in the industry, or maybe professors from A&M or other DSC leads from across the world to speak at these events, and you can learn about whatever project they're working on, or whatever their passion is, or what their company does, and stuff like that. The third thing is cloud study jams. This is one of our major events, and also like this won't be happening very frequently because these are like 3 to 4 hour long events where we go in depth into Google Cloud technologies, and there will be these hands-on labs which you can do. So there are these different quick labs which Google provides, and then you can go ahead and work on those. We will be there mentoring you all the time, making sure that you are able to progress through the entire lab. And also towards the end, we'll be having a mini challenge where you can compete for prizes. So there's that. And then the 4th type of event is community building events. So since we're trying to foster a community, we want to make sure that members are connected with each other. We want to make sure that everyone is active, everyone is able to get the help that they need, and just in general, like, have fun. So for that, we'll be having different types of events. And we have also made our Slack keeping that in mind, keeping that goal in mind, just so that we can see a community grow at A&M.
There's also one other kind of event, which is called the Cloud Hero, which is very similar to the Study Jam, but A&M was last year we hosted one, and it's basically like a study jam. So you do have labs and stuff, but towards the end you compete against different students for even like a better prize round. And so it's sort of different than the study jam in the sense that it's very fast going. So like it'll be very quick. We'll go through topics very fast, and it lasts about 2 hours.
Right. Okay, are there any other questions? I think no one has any questions at the moment. Like I was saying before, there is a separate channel dedicated towards questions on the Slack. Feel free to post anything in there, like just in general, even if you just want to say hi, you can post hi in there. I don't mind. But just in general, like be active and let us know if you have any questions. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. And it was really nice meeting all of you, and hope to see you at our future events.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Bye, y'all.
Of course. Bye, everyone. What's it going to?